Hi everyone! Today we are going to talk about the compulsion for food. And I want to apologize to everyone because last week I wasn't able to be with you. I was a little bit sick, but now I'm back. So let's take a look at this. Okay, so what is the compulsion for food? Well, in my case, I noticed that I tried to fill a void that was in me when I had troubles, when I was depressed about something. I knew that I didn't know at that time that sometimes I got some food, some comfort food. I wanted something greasy, something that I really liked, something that could fill that void that was inside of me. And first, I didn't notice about this. I was really unaware of this. One of the first time that I realized that something was wrong was at the beginning when I started this noticing this is one time I do remember very well. I had some troubles at work, and I was going down to lunch to have lunch at the food court of this place where I used to work, and I wanted to forget about the troubles that I had before, and all I was thinking was I wanted some comfort food. I wanted a greasy burger with a lot of bacon, with cheese. I wanted something that could make me forget that I was having trouble, that I was having a problem, and I wanted something that was going to fill that void that I was feeling at that moment. And I do remember quite well that this person told me, like, hey, why do you want something greasy? Why not take something healthy for you? And I don't know. I think that it wasn't exactly at that time that I realized, but then it kind of clicked that why was it that every time that I felt bad, I wanted something very greasy, something that I liked a lot to make me forget about the problem that I had. So after everything that happened in the office, and I do remember this compulsion, I started noticing that it wasn't happening only when I was mad. It was happening when I was depressed. It was happening when I was feeling awkward about something, or feeling lonely, or feeling even happy. I mean, I remember there were times, for example, when there was a trip, and thinking about the food that I was going to eat, all this candy that is gonna be available to me, or I will be able to do this and eat this, and it's amazing how my brain used to think about food all the time. And think about that as an escape of all my problems. And yes, I had a trip also when I was able to talk to someone, and it was like an eye opener. He started saying what the addictions were, and that there was an addiction for food. And I was like surprised, and when he started like talking to me about the addictions, and he told me, okay, so this, and I was like very surprised that I had all the symptoms. I did have the cravings. I did have the wanting food when I was feeling something, and I started realizing that this was an addiction, and it was amazing how I noticed like a lot of things that I was doing was to avoid the problems that I was having, and definitely I thought I had to do something, because it wasn't possible that I was doing these things, this harmful things to me, because I wanted to avoid problems. Like I said, there came a time to change, and started asking what I could do. I found out this group that has people that have similar problems that I had, that I have, in fact, and I realized that I hated, for example, when someone told me that, do you want to get thin? Do you want to lose weight? And it was as easy for them to tell me, you just have to shut the mouth and stop eating. And to tell you the truth, I hated that, because it wasn't that easy for me. It wasn't as simple as choosing what to eat. I tried so many times to eat correctly, and it didn't last even an hour, and it's really hard. So it really helped me to find this group of people that are going through the same problems that I have. Maybe not exactly the same situations, but definitely the same, definitely very similar problems that I have. And finding out that I'm not alone, that I'm not like some forsaken man here alone in the earth, but I have somebody else that feels the same way, and that has been going through the same stuff that I have. And it is really helpful to know that there's someone else to talk to about these problems. The other part that I really recommend is that write your problems, try to face them. Sometimes we don't notice that we are trying to avoid problems. Maybe days that you come home and you don't want to know anything, and what you find peaceful is to numb yourself with television, and maybe you're avoiding problems. So I really recommend you to start writing some stuff. Write what you feel, write the problems that you're having, and then by facing them you will start looking for answers and looking for solutions for those problems. Even just writing them, even if it doesn't have a solution right then, it will be very helpful. So I really think that it's a very good way to do it. So think about that. I find it very helpful for me, these two things, and I hope that it helps you in some way. Finally, I want to talk about the compulsion for food. It has been this way for me, but I want to let you know that it's not the only way. In fact, you don't have to be a little bit fat like me, or you can be thin and have compulsion for food, and it shows because it's a way to avoid the problems that are happening in your life. And I mean, this is one kind of compulsion for food. You have bulimia and anorexia. There are other types of this compulsion for food. So don't think that it's only the people that have overweight, but it's people that are thin also may have this compulsion. Another example of this is I will eat a lot of today, because tomorrow I'm going to do a 3-hour exercise that it's gonna be like very excessive for me, and that's in some form of compulsion. And let me say this, not to judge you or say that you have it. It's just that maybe you want to change something in you that you're avoiding, and this is the first step to acknowledge that you have some problem that you have, that you want to change. And just to let you know that if you have any questions about this, if you want to talk about this, please leave me a message, call me if you have my number, or even if you want to talk about it, leave a comment in the YouTube, and we'll stay in contact. I'll try to help you as much as I can. So please go ahead, and if you're ready, if you want to change it, because this is a decision that you have to make, and it's not simple, it's not easy, it's not because it has certain comfort for us, and it's difficult to say, okay, so I'm going to change this. So sorry about that. If you're ready, give me a call, and we'll talk about this, and we'll try to I'll try to help you in any way I can. But the first person that has to help himself is you. So herself it's you. So please, thank you so much for all the support. If you like this video, please give a like. If you're new to this channel, give a subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna be talking about this kind of stuff more often, and I'm gonna talk also some practical stuff like exercises that you could do at home, or ways that you can avoid your compulsion for food. So please follow me. I will keep doing this every Tuesday, and thank you so much. Thank you also to DNA Fit, to NutriFit Center for all the help, because this really has been a change in a way of life, and thank you so much. So I'll see you next Tuesday. And really, I hope that you decide not to change tomorrow, but to change today. Thank you so much.